Any other use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Cactus Media X or Arizona Cactus Football League's consent is prohibited.
And welcome to AzCFL iNTEL Season 2, Episode 16, the show that bridges the gap between the media, the fans, the family, the friends, the coaches, the players, with, like I said, the media. I'm your host, Jesse Burke, and tonight I'm super excited as the playoffs is rolling, the season's rolling, and so is the content. Tonight we got a long-seasoned guy in the semi-pro world and the AzCFL, but you may know him differently on Facebook, but let's get to his real name. It is Camille Foster. Welcome to the show, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, Jess.
Of course, man. So, getting a chance to talk to you before, under the lights, before the show, getting an idea on who you are is, a lot of interesting stuff. You've definitely been some places, seen some things.
Yeah,
so, first, for those that don't know you and, catching on to the show, tell us simply who you are, where you're from, and kind of your starting days in football. Then,
all right. Born and raised in Ontario, Canada. Been playing football since I was 5, man, and started off loving it. Wanted to play running back, be like Emmitt Smith, and tote the rock. But yeah, and like I said, I've been doing it for a long time.
For sure. Then Ontario, Canada, that's unique as. American football is big in America, but
big, yeah.
I, would assume you'd be a hockey player or something like that.
I love hockey.
Shouts to you.
I'm a Maple Leafs fan for sure.
Okay.
So
respect.
Yeah.
But how did football come about, and what's the football scene like in Canada?
American
football.
Football came about, just like I say, in the backyard, with my family. I have 9 siblings. Out of the 9 siblings, it's 4 girls and the rest boys. So we just watched the telly. And just played ball, man. And like I said, I wanted to be like Emmett, just seeing him playing American football in the NFL.
For sure. Five brothers, 4 sisters. That's a whole game right
whole
there.
Game. The oldest are girls, of course.
I got you.
Yeah, but once I got the football in my hand, I just started loving it. So my mom signed me up, and at 5, and I've just been playing since then.
So usually when you say you learned in the backyard and you grow up playing it around your friends and stuff like that, usually you hear about people like, oh, I'm from Florida, I'm from Louisiana, these big football towns, right? Like we just touched on, Canada being kind of new to football, American football. What was that like, having that lack of community or just that constant reminder that football is loved by many people, not just you?
I mean, it was kind of hard. I mean, like I say, it's not really like, you got to be really noticeable, to get like schools to pick you up, even universities. Like I said, I was fortunate to get a wrestling scholarship to Oklahoma State, so I walked on the football team. So that helped me out, but I still had to drive for it and love for it. I played football in high school. My senior year in high school, I did my senior year in Chicago, but my other years, I played back home in Canada. But like I said, it's most definitely hard to get noticed to be a prospect to a big college in the U.S.
Definitely. And then time frame wise, you said you started playing in the backyard around 5. When was your first structured playing?
Structured playing was maybe at 8.
Okay. Is there Pop Warner in Canada? What's that scene like?
It's basically the same Pop Warner, but I mean it's still organized. All the rules are still the same. Nothing's really changed. But once you get older, of course, like the CFL is 110 yards, NFL is 100 yards. So that's really the only difference. We don't have indoor ball.
And so, but like you said, I was going to say, what was the high school, the school and sporting, but most of your high school was here in the States then? Or most of your schooling was in the States?
Just 1 year.
No, that's right.
Just
you said
1 year, yeah.
Chicago.
Just my senior year, yeah.
Okay, so
1996.
Wow. Okay, so then well then tell me about the scholastics and the sports with Canada schools and the big difference. I mean, obviously you said 1 year, but
1 year.
Now, and we'll get to it, but you being a teacher now, knowing about school systems and you now.
School systems are totally different back home.
Okay.
We teach about every culture, every aspect of different civilizations, Chinese, Egyptian. We teach everything. We leave nothing behind because back in the day, during the Revolutionary War, things were separate. People were doing trades, shipping people up to Canada, trying to steal like land. So we teach everything that. Here it's like everything's hidden. They give you parts of what you want to hear as far as U.S. history.
Yeah. Definitely. I definitely agree with that. But with sporting, you see with after school programs and even before school programs and summer camps and stuff like that, is there more, and just from you talking about them teaching every culture, is there less of a lifestyle focus around sports?
No, it's not less, but most definitely a lot of hockey and soccer.
Okay.
For sure. That's for sure. Football, like I say, is there. We focus on gymnastics a lot, basketball, of course, and wrestling. But football is still a big sport.
So tell me, when you got a wrestling scholarship, obviously that's more of an individual sport than a team sport.
Yeah.
Was that something to do with your ability to set goals for yourself and accomplish them? And did you find that maybe there were some people on your team that was holding you back, and that's why you didn't get a football scholarship? Or
no, I was a better wrestler.
Okay.
I started wrestling at 6. My mom and dad always kept us active. I did gymnastics, wrestling, and football. So I was but wrestling was my main sport because I was always aggressive. I was a better at one-on-one situations. When you one-on-one with somebody, it's like either he beat you or you beat him.
right.
Yeah. So, I can say I was a better wrestler. Yeah.
Now, wrestling being a strategic sport, we'll get to it, but have you seen the transition from wrestling and football with the ability to read? And because there's a lot of strategy in wrestling, and I've heard these, if you can't beat a guy by size, you go for points.
Yes.
And it's all of a technique. And you see that in football. I mean, if you can't bulldoze a guy, you got to figure out a way to go around him or go over him, or reverse field, right? So, that's interesting to see how they translate. Before that, though, I wanted to touch on what you do outside of work or outside of football. The AzCFL, we always talk about how you guys have lives outside of football. You are a teacher.
Yes, I'm actually a teacher. Yes,
school teacher.
17 years.
Awesome, man. Shouts to you. I can say it. You guys don't get paid enough. Not enough. You guys don't get appreciated enough.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying?
So true.
Regardless, it's not enough. Pay the teachers. You know what I'm saying?
Please.
Red for Ed or something like that, whatever it is.
That came through, actually. That came through. So we get an increase every year. It's like 5% increase.
Shouts to that. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm up to 50.
If we want the kids to be smarter, we need the teachers to be paid more, because then the kids will be smarter, and then it's a trickle effect. You know what I'm saying? So shouts to you. But no, I always like to see how your outside lives translate to football. You being not only experienced on the football field, you having to rally a bunch of kids and teach them and get them to do their homework and study and all those things. Unfortunately, in football, it's egotistical sport, and we have some players that act like children.
That's true.
Have you found a transition or a direct correlation to your teaching style and your now mentor football coaching style, player coaching style?
I've been playing ball, like I say, for a long time. I've been on many different teams. Started playing semi-pro actually in St. Louis, Missouri, before I moved here. It's just about being a family, but it all starts with the coaching staff first. Coach is like dad, then you got your brothers with you, so you have 45 brothers on your team. So everybody has to agree on the same thing and just love each other and back each other up. No bickering. Yeah, we're going to have disagreements, but at the same time, we can't, no fighting on the sideline, but we just fix it. Fix the problem internal. Don't show everybody what's going on. And I see a lot of that here, and one thing about the Outlaws organization, like, we've never had that. Like, my first year playing with them was 2015-16, first ring, family. Coach John is an amazing owner / coach now. I had the opportunity to play for Coach Parham, Stretch. He's a good dude too. Good organization. But sometimes you get those guys that, hey, you missing recess today. Go have a seat. Those little guys that fight. There's your brothers that are fighting. So, but everybody's a grown man. And the first thing they say is, I'm a grown man. You can't talk to me this way. By me being a vet, I let it go. Because I don't want to get into an argument. And I'm trying to calm you down.
That's
keep
fair.
your head in the game. Yeah.
With football also being there's talent and then there's effort.
Mm-hmm.
I keep it in the teaching analogy. I'm sure you have some kids that sleep in class, but then somehow still get like A's on the test, and you're like, hey, come on, like you got to be listening to something I'm saying.
Right.
And then you have some kids that are getting C's and D's, but they're showing up early, and they're like, hey, did I get this right? You're like, not quite, but keep trying.
Yeah.
You see a lot of that in football too, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's some guys that you underestimate. Like, man, he ain't nothing. Then you got to be like, wow, he didn't put these numbers. Like, man. Yeah, so you can't go in there and underestimate your opponent, no matter what they look like or how they built or what team they're on. You cannot underestimate your opponent because anything can happen any time of the week.
Have you had teammates, though, that kind of push back, like, this is God-given, I don't have to work,
No.
No? So they all
everybody puts in the work.
Okay.
I mean, on the field at practice, everybody puts in the work.
So you haven't come across a guy that can just show up on game day.
Nope.
Okay. And that's good to see because I've heard otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the teams I played on here, no, I haven't seen that. Everybody puts in work.
Okay.
Nobody's better than the team.
And that may be the reason why you've had success because some of the team players I've heard from teams that have gone through their growing pains has been that it'll be a ghost town on practice, but then it's, the parking lot's full on game day.
Oh, no, you're not playing. You're not coming to practice. You're not playing for the Outlaws.
Just like if you're not showing up for, study hall, you're not getting the extra credit. I got you.
Yeah.
Respect. All right, so then, you kind of led to it. 2015, you said that was your first year at the AzCFL?
Yeah. No, it was, the AzCFL.
Okay.
Yeah, when we played out in Glendale, I think.
And when you were at the Outlaws, right?
Yeah, my first ring.
And what was that? I was actually in the stands that day. You were teammates with one of my personal good friends of mine, Latrez Muchette.
LT.
Shouts to LT. Trez, he's doing his thing. He plays for the AZ Wranglers up north now. What game was that again? Who was
Stampede.
It was the Stampede.
Like the Stampede gave us a run, but at the end we pulled it off. It was a good game, man. It was a good game. It was a really, really good game.
Yeah, it was cool to see, man. Because then, years later, I'm here working in the league, and so it's cool how things turns out. But yeah, no, that was an awesome game, and that was my first actual full game that I sat on and was able to see the experience and stuff. So it was cool. Okay, so 2015. Now, take us to, like you said, you left and came back.
I did. After the championship season, I came back another year. Thought we was going to get another ring, but that didn't happen. Third year.
Who'd you guys lose to? You made it to the playoffs, right?
We lost to the I want to say the Stampede or the Phantoms. That's how we lost the second round playoffs.
Okay.
Because we always see them in the playoffs no matter what.
Yeah. Okay.
So so we lost that. Matter of fact, we lost to the Rebels. My bad. That's the year the Rebels won it when they had like 20 people.
That was okay.
Yeah.
And 17. Yes.
Yeah, the Rebels had won it. So we wound up losing to the Rebels, and got kicked out the playoffs. So I'm like, okay, let me revamp, come back, get myself in shape. Third season didn't happen for me. I wound up leaving and playing for the Phantoms in my third year, which is, like I said, it was a good transition. It felt just like the Outlaws. The organization was good that year. We didn't have any commotions and stuff like that. We was the best defense then. We should have had a championship, but they got knocked out by the Outlaws. We got knocked out by the Outlaws.
Man, how do you swap out that blue for the red?
Man, I don't know. My favorite color is blue. So my favorite color is blue. But our second year came out. Okay, we 4-0. COVID hit. Like, man, we got to win next season when the football season started back up. So season started back up. I got a call from the owner. Hey, we need to have a conversation. Not on the team no more. Some issues. I was like, whoa. But I went back to the Outlaws. They welcomed me with open arms. I'm a vet, and people listen. They listen to vets.
So you had some issues?
It was some issues with me and another teammate and another coach. That was the issue.
You don't have to specify.
Right. I mean, it was something outside of football.
Okay.
But at the same time, it was internal. Like I say, everybody's a grown man. Everybody's supposed to respect each other.
Does this person still play for the team?
Yeah, he still plays. Yeah, he still plays. Yeah, and the coach still coaches.
Yes, I know that. Okay, well.
But I got love for him. I got love for him. Like I said, I've never been a person to talk bad about any team or any coach or any player. So I still have respect for them no matter what.
So, take me to the revenge tour. You know what I'm saying? Some other teams are dawning at that, so I'm not going to take their cred. But, yeah, I mean, obviously you got this important game this weekend. We'll get to that in a little bit. But, man, that was the call. They called you up and said you're not on the team.
I was like, we got to let you go. I'm like, really? Before the season even got really hidden. And I was like, okay, cool. And I hit up Coach John Poacham. He was like, come on back. I got your number, number 3. It's old number. I need it.
Was there any writing on the wall for you when you left, or did you have a feeling?
I mean, I didn't have a feeling. I thought I was just gonna miss that game that was coming up when we supposed to have started back. I thought I was gonna just miss the game or whatever, but I was gone. They said I got voted off by the whole team, but I talked to a couple people. They were like, "We never voted you off." I was like, "Wow."
Wow. Well, at least that's what they said when you asked.
That's what they said. So that's what they said. We never had a vote.
Well.
But it is what it is.
So that's why, here journalistically speaking, that's what we live for, you know what I'm saying? So I noticed things when I warm up for the game. I did watch when I was, you guys played the Outlaws a couple weeks ago, game of the week.
I circled that. Actually, I circled it. I'm like, I can't wait to play the Phantoms.
Yeah, and you guys were playing. It was Outlaws Phantoms, and you took some extra time to watch them warm up.
Yeah, I did. And like I say, it was very, it was kind of personal, because I think the situation, me leaving could have been handled a different way, so it was kind of personal. Yeah.
I like that, because the cool thing about, and from what a couple of minutes I've been talking with you, is it sounds like you keep yourself composed and you let it out within the lines of football, and that's
right. You suppose
that's the lane,
When I put my helmet on, I change to a whole different person. I play pissed off. Like, my motor never stops. I'm trying to send somebody to the sideline and put their backup in. Seriously.
Okay. So with that, man, you had to take me to your actual, your position now. You loved playing running back as a kid. You wanted to tote the rock like Emmitt Smith. That was the last time the Cowboys were good. Yeah, that's my little shot right there.
I'm a Cowboys fan.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, that's all right. It's good.
Yeah, they probably got better teams in Canada, bro. It's
good.
cool. So the transition to now you're a defensive player, right?
Yeah, I've been playing safety, man, ever since like I say, ever since I stopped playing running back out of college, man. I started off at corner playing indoor ball, from corner transition to corner because they don't have a true tailback. Then I got bigger. So once I got a little bit bigger in weight and size, I just loved hitting people. I used to love playing against the Stampede, like I say, back in 2015-16, because Dixon ran so hard. I mean, that's my dude. I have so much respect for Dick. He's a hard runner. Like, we used to get at it all the time. But I love hitting people, bro. I really do.
Now he's on that side.
Now he's on that side, and he's like, we supposed to have played together because he was coming over when I was still there. Then I departed, But yeah, Dick run hard. Even Damon, I want that. I want that action. I'm not gonna run away from contact. No.
For sure. So, who are some you playing defense? Who are some other dogs in the league that you think play at your position?
Safety. Man, I don't really know too many people though. But Scroggins, Cam is good, but Cam play corner, but Cam can play any position.
I feel you.
Cam's an athlete.
Well, yeah, Cam also coming from the Phantoms to Outlaws.
Yeah, he's Cam went to the Spartans.
Or Spartans, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I keep crossing them up. Spartans, yes.
Cam is he's an athlete, man. He knows the game too. He's real smart. He knows the game. Andre Jones, he played with the Outlaws with me after Latrez left. Then he went to the Phantoms.
Talk about changing positions. What about Dre? Went from safety corner, now killing it, receiver for the Lions.
Oh yeah, he's the truth. He's a man. He is the man. Even the Owls got a nice safety.
Cam.
Yeah.
Or Shepard. Or
I think it's Shepard. Yeah.
he plays both. He plays
Plays both. Yeah. But the Lions most definitely they got some good D-backs. They most definitely got some good D-backs.
Yeah. Shouts to Jake Reed. I think he's leading the league with interceptions. I think he has 8 or something like that. So. You throw the ball and he flies to it. It's not like gimme picks.
Yeah, he's going. He's going.
So shouts to him on that.
Yeah.
Okay. Getting over to it, we got some film sent over by some of the games last weekend. Obviously, wild card weekend, so there was only 2 games. But
Silverbacks.
This was Silverbacks and Owls. Obviously, the story of the weekend was the Silverbacks going down after a high-powered 9-1 season. Shouts to Emmanuel Elzy from the Owls. They got him. Talk about, being a team player. His true position's tight end, wide receiver.
DN.
They got him at DN now.
Balling.
Saying, hey, can you be a team player? He says, yes, I can, coach. And out here just putting the Silverbacks on their back.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then next up, keeping it the same game, another former guest on Intel, Dominic Johnson from the Owls, taking it home to talk about you're staying true to your position, going back to his home position at corner and sealing the deal when the Silverbacks are trying to get this game somewhat back in, but they couldn't. So shouts to Dominic for, back to basics, sticking to his roots, and remembering where he's from. Give me that.
Yeah, quarterback just threw it.
And then he said, hey.
Yep. Seal it.
I'm sick of Prescott. It's cold up here. So they dipped. So shouts to the Owls going on to the playoffs as they make game of the week this weekend against the Rebels. And I'm excited. It's my first game being able to broadcast the Owls and, getting to see a Cinderella story, and a team dance further in the playoffs is a cool story. I mean, the Silverbacks in itself is a cool story. I was excited for either one.
They started off hot, man. Like they came out. They're a good running team. They're disciplined. They got a nice little defense, I think. When we went up there, we played them hard. We lost by 7. Every week can be different. Of course, it was on us that, go out there. The coach called the plays. We run them. We got to execute. So we missed opportunities we had.
And then game of the week last week, wild card weekend, which was an awesome performance by both teams. Shouts to the Reapers and shouts to the Headhunters. This is KP, who had a baller performance, man. 5 touchdowns. One of them was taken away. Many will argue the call, but let's just say 4. This one, though, the reason why I wanted to showcase it is all the things he did with his arms, your man did some things with his legs, too. Yeah. This was a 3rd and goal. I think it was a 3rd and goal. 3rd, or I think it was a 4th down, maybe.
4th and long.
Yeah, it was 4th and long, and he said, no, I will not go down to the sticks. So
that's determination, man.
Put on the Superman cape early, you know what I'm saying? And got up, and, he's a emotional position. Obviously, quarterback, he's the captain, but he's the team leader with the morale as well. So something, shouts to him, gutsy performance, and that's what I love to see, because you don't want to be one-dimensional.
No, you don't.
And he really wanted to win this game. The Reapers' first playoff game, his first playoff game.
Ever, yeah.
And he lit it up. So shouts to the Reapers on that. And then this play, I think this is one of his touchdowns. Had to give it to him because, he just has the presence of mind and then the communication and just gets it where it needs to be, And shouts to Johnny Bolden. He had 3 touchdowns on the night. All, at least 5 to 10 yard separation from his guys. So, they definitely practiced and executed. So the Reapers are going on as well to play another heavy hitter in the Lions. And I'm excited for that game. I'm excited for all the games, okay? Like, not the front. They're all a sick lineup.
Shout out to the Reapers and the Owls, man. Like I say, they bust their butt, this offseason. They young teams. They hungry, young. They want to be respected in the league. And, then by them winning these games, gave them some respect.
For sure, and that's what it's about because it's also parity. You people that have been around the leagues, you hear like the names of the Stampedes, the Outlaws, the Rebels. Now it's like some new names in the mix, you know?
The Reapers. They made it. They won. Like I say, every week can be different, though, man. Every week can be different playing football in general.
So let's get to the playoff picture as it gets more zoomed in as the weeks go.
Right.
So starting from the bottom to the top, man, Spartans and Thunder, the 10 a.m. game. So, you know, we live for the drama and the little intel as well. The teams were allowed to pick based on seedings. Spartans got to pick. They figured the idea was to have the Thunder come travel early game. You know, a little bit of a mental edge.
Yeah.
So who do you got in that one?
I got the Spartans, man. The Thunder, they're going to travel light, and they're not going to be in it. Most definitely, like I say, the Spartans they have a good defense. Got a nice quarterback. Billy, shout out to Billy, man. Anquan. You know, you guys are they're good receivers, man. You know,
Final score?
Definitely. Yeah.
Final score?
Final score, 24-12. 24-12.
And we had shouts to Coach Wilkins last week from the Spartans. You know, we're not going to get too messy because we don't want to mess up the scheme, but he has some players that were injured, possibly coming back. Not going to specify because, you know, I'm not that messy. But yes, the Spartans and Thunder will be exciting. Shouts to Isaiah Clark from the Thunder, cornerback, receiver, slot. Solid dude. You know, he's a big hitter. He's not afraid to block. He's a smaller guy, but, you know, plays like he's, you know, 6'5". So shouts to them, you know. And I hear a lot about the wing tee.
Yeah, they run the wing tee.
You know?
Yeah.
That's as much as I hear that they run it.
They run it, but I mean, like I say, with the Spartans defense, no, it's not going to happen.
Okay. So, yeah, like you're saying, Cam.
Yeah, 24-12.
Yeah, I do. Linebacking core. The Spartans are solid.
Yeah,
Shouts to
Spartans
Rowe.
good,
Shouts
yeah.
to Reggie. Shouts to Lee, Jake, and Getty. They'd be switching out jerseys. It's hard to get them. All right. So this one, obviously, I know who you're going with, so I can't. But Phantoms and Outlaws, man. Let me tell you something. The Phantoms, this year, they've played 3 night games, and I think they're 0-3 at night. But I think they're undefeated during the day. So the Phantoms playing you guys at 1 o'clock. That's the daytime. So the Phantoms may, you know, theoretically play a little bit better than they play at night, but you guys are the Outlaws, and you guys play if it's good at 4 in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm excited, man. It's the Phoenix rivalry. It's kind of like cliche at this point, right? Phoenix Outlaws, Phoenix Phantoms.
I mean, it's history, man. I mean, like, we always see these guys, you know, so, and it's always hard to beat a team twice in a season. You know, this isn't football. They're going to come prepared this time. I mean, of course, like I said, we won the previous game, you know, so we just got to come out and just execute and play. We can't let the refs get us out of our game. We got to stick together. That's it. And try to get them off their game, you know, get their sideline flustered, you know, so that's the whole thing, and limit turnovers. We have to limit turnovers and just capitalize off their mistakes.
Do you remember what our final score of the last game between you guys was?
I want to say 24-18, maybe.
It was
So
a
it was
one-score
close
game.
It was close, yeah. We threw an interception. You know, they came back. You know, we like I say, we turnovers, mental mistakes. We made a lot of mental mistakes that we should have capitalized on. You know, so but it ain't gonna be close this time. No, it's not. It's not gonna be close this time.
You gonna say Outlaws by a blowout?
I'm gonna spot them 12 points. That's it. We're gonna have 24 again.
Okay, I'll give you that.
All right. I like it. So, you being an athletic guy, well-rounded in sports, man, it's a pretty impressive resume. I asked these guys because, we joked about you being a car. You know, we're a car. As the mileage goes up, the repair time is longer. So take me to. Are you a superstitious guy? Do you lay out your uniform a certain way?
You know, like back in the day, my ex-wife used to hate this. I used to sleep with my cleats on, man.
What?
Yeah, and she came to bed. She's like, she's like, what? You got cleats on? Take them off. Yeah, I used to do that, but now I don't. I just watch film. I watch film on Brian Dawkins, Sean Ray,
Sean Taylor?
Sean Taylor,
Ray Lewis.
Ray Lewis. Of course. I mean, I love that. Gets me hype.
Okay.
You know, then I just game prep, watch film again.
And then I've always been, I like to eat. I'm a foodie, but a football game's 4 hours long. How do you guys take me to the diet? Are you doing pasta party the night before?
No,
carbs?
actually, it's clean. I 8 egg whites in the morning.
8?
Yeah, 8.
Okay.
A protein pancake, and that's it. And just water, just hydrate.
Until the game.
Until the game, yeah.
1 o'clock game.
Yeah.
But if it's a nighttime game.
It's a nighttime game. I'm still going to IHOP, get 8 egg whites, 4 turkey sausages, about 3 pancakes, go home, lay it down.
Okay.
You don't go with the all-you-can-eat pancakes?
No, I can't go with all you.
Egg whites, I mess with egg whites.
Yeah,
dude. I do like
yeah.
egg whites. Okay, cool. I've always, because it's different. I've heard some guys, I do Chipotle burritos right before the game. I've heard shouts to Macchiato on the Phantoms. He said that, he's a light guy. He does like a deli, like a turkey sub or something before the game. I hear some guys, they just do protein shake. Everyone's got their thing. So I've always been, curious about that. I know back in high school sports, like pasta parties, like team captains, or they'd throw like not house parties, but like the moms would cook and then you eat. And
we did that in high school too. We always went to like a buffet to eat before the games.
Yeah.
And I'd be dead full. Like, no, I can't make it.
Yeah, there has to be like a cutoff. It's kind of like, don't swim right after you eat or something. Okay, boom. And then the next game. So, best of luck. Obviously, I'm not going to ask you a prediction because I don't want to jinx nothing. I got who I have, but again, I don't want to jinx nothing for you, so I'm going to just let it sit there. And, if I was right, I was right. If I was wrong, so be it. And then Reapers, Lions, man. Shouts to the Reapers again, getting their first playoff win. Still alive, doing the dance against the Lions. Like you're talking about, it's hard to beat a team twice in a season. The Reapers did play the Lions, and I believe they lost by 1 score at the end of the game.
Right.
Or there was like a late penalty or something that made it a 2-score game, but it was a reachable game, is the point. Reapers are hungry, and they're also like, you've seen it in movies, they got nothing to lose, right?
Nothing to lose.
So it's like, go for broke, right? Against the Lions, who, I don't want to say they got everything to lose, but, they're the reigning champions. If 2020 got pulled from under us. So there's been a long time to have that title. And eventually people were like, all right, man. Like,
we're coming for it.
Yeah, we're coming for it. Or, you guys got to win another one, or else them rings are dusty or whatever, So there's a lot at this game, man. And it's exciting, man, because it's KP has probably, performance for quarterback of the year, offensive player of the year, and is going against, we were talking about it, the Lions defense is scary, man. Like, obviously that's top 3, you know.
That Lions they have a most definitely good defense. Most definitely. They always have. When James Kelly was there, they had always a good defense, man. Now Vonnie then took over, so yeah, he's hungry. He wants a ring under his belt, like as a coach, not just a player, as a coach. So this is going to be the Reapers' last game. Yeah, the Reapers going to come out. They're gonna play. They're gonna give it to them, but the Lions are hungry.
What's your final score?
I want to say 20 to 14.
Oh, so it would be close.
It'd be close, yeah.
I actually told Jesse I picked the Reapers to win, but I picked them to win by 3 in overtime.
Oh wow. Okay, that's
giving love to the kicker, bro.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I like it. We got an upset pick, and I'll have you know, bro. Hey, on the season when I have a guest on INTEL, the next week their team wins. My record is 9-1.
Okay.
And then my playoff record is 2-0. Both my playoff guests went on and won. So, hey, I don't know. Maybe it's the vibes, you know what I'm saying? But, best of luck to you guys. And then set the stage, bro. Owls and Rebels. I was going to say Sunday Night Football. Saturday Night Football.
As much respect I have for the Owls and their determination, man, I mean, the Rebels hot, man. I'm not going to lie. They hot. They've always been hot. Ed Love is a good coach, man. He's like, football, like eat, sleep, and poop football.
Yeah.
That's Ed. Their defense is stellar. Fluke, shout out to Fluke, man. Fluke is the most definitely one of the top corners out here.
Fluke Master, the guy.
That's my dude. Guy. They got a good receiving core, man. They defense though. They defense is like they like animals.
But I'm not trying to like big them up too much because I know Fluke's in here. Yeah. But the squad is icy, man. The
squad icy. I'm not gonna lie.
Like
Lorenz, he throws the ball as soon as he get it. As soon as he touches his hand, it's gone. It's that quick.
And the line's big, and they got depth, bro.
Yep,
and
they got depth.
And they got chemistry and. Like you said, leadership by Coach Love. Yeah. And they got swag. You see they got 19 uniforms, bro?
Man, 25.
25. And Ian Robinson, shouts to him. He said they got a spaceship they pulling up in next game, bro. Nah, we got it. Were you there for the bus?
One time? The bus. I was there for the bus that year, bro.
Bro.
And that's the year we beat them. That's when I was with the Phantoms. We beat them.
Son, they pulled up on the field and said, we're here.
Yes.
I said... Hey, when you make moves in life, you make them with your chest.
Yep.
So.
And we wind up putting them back on the bus, and they lost.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but I'm giving them this game, they're a hot team going, and they undefeated, man. So,
Final score?
Yeah, what's the score?
Ooh-wee, 30-12.
Oh, so you saying blowout?
Man, they going, yeah.
I think Rebels win by 7.
Rebels win by 7?
And that's if it goes to overtime.
Oh, wow. They got to stop them receivers, man.
But the Cam Shepard, their quarterback's back, who I think was a big reason why they beat the Silverbacks. He was hurt the last couple of weeks or something, and they had some quarterback issues or just kind of confusion on who was going to be the guy. Came back, and then it seems like there was no questions,
But Jesse, I got a question for you. Who are you picking to win these games?
Oh, somebody just see. I'm glad you asked. Nah. All right. Well. See, the thing is scary because, when I'm broadcasting the games, I'm only broadcasting one of them, though, so maybe I can give you. All right. If this player coming back to the Spartans that I'm not going to name, if he comes back and plays, then that means that they're needing him to play, which means something else is not going right, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay. But
I know what player you're talking about.
Okay, cool. My man, it's cool. So, but like you said, the travel tip. I think the Spartans will win off of that. The traveling and the early game. The Spartans are waiting for them while the Thunder kind of picking up pieces. So I have the Spartans. Score-wise, I'm going to say it's more of a humble score. I'm going to say 18-7, something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna write that down. 18-7. Phantoms and Outlaws.
You can do it. I mean, he's not gonna be offended.
I'm not gonna be offended.
I'm picking Phantom to win by 7.
The reason why I have the Phantoms winning is because it's a day game. That's the only reason. You guys match up together better than any team. This is like a deadlock matchup. You guys have... Okay, well, see, why'd you do this to me, man? Because now I'm thinking what the Phantoms quarterback situation's looking like. If it's that young cat,
it's the same young cat, like I said. So I mean, it's whoever got the ball at the end in the fourth quarter. That's it, and whoever wants it more. Most definitely, we want it more.
You're not gonna intimidate me, bro. I'm sticking with the Phantoms.
Okay, stick with them.
I'm sticking with the Phantoms.
Hey, you know what that just did to him? That fueled the fire in him to be able to come out and play.
That's what it was. He's gonna sleep with cleats on again.
Yep.
All right, I'm giving the Phantoms. It's gonna be. See, I don't.
How much are they gonna win by? Just go that.
Okay, thank you. 3 points.
Okay.
3 points. Because when your teacher says show your work, it doesn't add up. What I'm about to say doesn't make sense. I'm like, the quarterback, but then he's not going to score a lot, or he might score. Nah. You got my pick, bro. Let me live. All right. And then Reapers and Lions. I have Lions winning that one. Bigger, faster, stronger tends to finish in football, Magic tends to, die down. I'm not to say Reapers are magic, but what they're doing over there is magical, if
Right.
you will.
Yeah,
So,
true.
I'll say, Lions. It's gonna be a close one though. I like the one score prediction. I'll see your prediction and I'll match it, 20-14.
Got it.
And then Rebels and Owls, I'm not giving a prediction. I'm calling the game. So I don't want people to be
Right.
like, he's sounding like he just wants to be right.
Right.
I'm like, that's a first down. It should be, Nah.
How about
So
this? You could send me your prediction, and then after the game, I'll release it for you.
all right, bet. So right now it's up in the air. You know what I'm saying? But Rebels, Owls, I'm excited. Like I said,
It's a good week, man. It's a good playoff week. Like I say, some teams, are in unexpectedly. Like I say, a lot of people probably thought the Silverbacks was going to be in it, but they're not. Like, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's another team I didn't really get a chance to my logic was like, oh, they'll be far in the playoffs. I'll get to know them, and I'm like, all right, I'll catch y'all next year. But that's what the off season's for. You know what I'm saying? Silverbacks, reach out. I like what you guys are doing over there. Awesome uniforms. You got your own media department. Let's collab.
True.
Let's get stuff going. All right, cool. Now getting to my new segment. Not new anymore now. We've been doing this 16 weeks, but it's for the fans to get to know you, man. This is simply this or that. I'm going to ask you this or that. You tell me this or that. Taco Bell or Del Taco?
Taco Bell.
I'm a Del Taco guy. Ever since I moved out here. It's a out west thing, but
I like the cheesy Fiesta potatoes.
those are fire,
fire,
dude.
bro.
Those are fire. This guy, he's good. He gets me to change my mind. I was like,
With the sour cream on it,
yeah, I
bro,
was
it
like,
goes good, bro.
he's
Yeah.
subtle. He's convincing, bro. All right, iced tea or lemonade?
Oh, iced tea.
Sweet? It's got to be
Sweet,
sweet. All right,
yes.
thank you.
Who likes lemonade?
Many people. In fact,
Right.
Weird.
half and halves. Well, that's another thing. We
Man,
call him Arnold Palmer.
I never had one until I moved here.
Okay.
And I was like, man, I'm going to go back home to Canada and open up a Cane's. I'm going to make so much money.
Bro, so back home, East Coast, we call them half and half. Half iced tea, half
Right.
lemonade. Out here, it's an Arnold Palmer.
Palmer, like-
after the golfer. Like, he's the
Right.
guy that invented it. Like, come on.
But
Half and
it's
half.
good, though. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
it's good.
But people, when I order that, they think of milk or like the
Oh,
coffee
yeah,
creamers.
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah, no.
come on. All right, Dunkin' Donuts or Bosa Donuts?
Bosa.
Sandwich. Okay, I like this. Sandwich cut diagonally or horizontal?
No, horizontal.
Okay, that's conventional, bro. I go
Yeah.
diagonal because then you hit that corner. You know what I'm saying? All right, computer guy, Mac or PC?
Oh, Mac.
Mac.
Yeah.
Bubble gum or chewing gum?
Isn't that
Bubble
the same
gum.
thing?
No, one's functional,
Yeah,
one's
yeah.
effective. Bubble gum's like blow
Oh.
bubbles, chewing gums just
Yeah, bubble
minty bubble gum. Me too.
Okay.
Big league chew.
gum. Yeah.
We just did
You remember that? The old school rap?
yeah, pack a
Yeah,
lip, bro.
Uh-huh.
Trying to kick a habit. You
Right.
know? Shouts to that. All right, Listerine or Scope?
Listerine.
It's the best. All right, so this one, now that you're, defensive side of things, this is like if coach needed you to play a different position, they put you on offense. Would you want to catch a touchdown, or you got to catch two-point conversions?
I'm catching a TD.
All right, I like it. Okay. I like this. Make an interception on a rival, like maybe a rival quarterback, or win a game for your coach who's coaching against his rival.
Make an interception on a rival team. Yeah, against a rival team.
Keep it personal.
Keep it personal.
Okay. We know where his head's at.
Right.
All right, then this one, Inception. I feel like you got in my head and you wrote this question because you talked about it earlier. IHOP or Denny's?
IHOP, bro.
Man, 8 egg whites, bro. What are you talking about?
Hold on,
4
hold on.
sausage links.
I'll change that up for you. IHOP or The Place on Bell Road on 59th Avenue. Have you been there?
No.
You need to go try it, and then give me my answer.
On 59th?
Yeah.
I was thinking of like more chains, but all right. We're
Okay.
going the place. You know what I'm saying?
The place.
All right. And then last couple of weeks, I had an owner on, and then I had a coach, and they were a little bit too politically correct with this question. So we're back, baby. It's my favorite Intel question, and I'm spicing it up because it's the playoffs. So, Mez, who in the playoffs of the 8 teams that are left,
Mm-hmm.
you can't say the Outlaws, who has the best uniforms? And what team out of the 8 have the ugliest
Oh,
uniform?
The Reapers have the ugliest.
Mm,
I really don't. It's just plain.
not a purple guy.
No, not a purple guy. It's just plain. The best. Man, I mean, the Rebels got like 25 uniforms. Bro.
Yeah, I mean, that's an easy pick,
It's
bro.
an easy pick. Yeah, 25
I was
uniforms.
gonna say pick one of them out of all 25 uniforms. You got to pick one.
Out of all 25, pick one. The one, it's like a darker color with the red and yellow. Like I like that one. That one's dope, man.
With like the graffiti.
yeah,
lettering.
that one's dope. Yeah.
All right, Rebels. You heard it here. You guys got the swag, man. It doesn't end. All right, cool. Now, going to the comments now. Let's see who's in there talking what. Yeah, man, any players, I mean, loosely, while we're waiting for this to load, any players you want to give shout-outs to that's been doing their thing, either, or if you want to keep it, negative, you got some players that are underperforming this year.
I mean, like I said, I always, I never talk negative about anybody.
True,
man.
true.
Like I say, just
That's me.
like I say, the Spartans. I give shout outs to the whole Spartans team, man. Like I said, I know a few guys on there that, like I say, Billy, Martwan, Spraggins. They're doing good, man. Fluke and them, their whole team, they're doing pretty good too. So, shout outs to everybody. Everybody bust their butt this year just to play ball. We didn't have a preseason, so I mean, like. Everybody was a lot of injuries, people bounced back, some didn't. A lot of people got shuffled around. So it's been an up and down year. Teams that should have been winning or not winning, based off, like I say, not having preseason games. So like I said, I shout out to every team that came in, bust their butt, even the new teams.
And those that finished strong.
Yeah, well, those that finished strong, most definitely.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this real quick before he goes into that. On a personal level,
Okay.
what team do you really want to see in the playoffs?
The Rebels.
Ooh.
The Rebels. I want to see the Rebels again. Yeah.
Okay.
That means he wants to get to the championship, obviously.
Well, let's bring it back up real quick.
Yeah,
I think it'll actually be the next game. Yeah. Because if the Rebels win and the Outlaws win, they'll be in the semifinals.
Yeah. I mean, like I say, to be the best, you got to beat the best. They're the number 1 seed.
1-4 versus. Well, it depends on the Spartans, though.
No. Because if the Spartans win, if Spartan or Thunder win, they play Reapers or Lions.
Lions, yeah.
And now we're in our traditional bracket, move down, move up.
Oh, they're not doing by the seeds? That's what it says, second highest. It would still go off the seeds. One would play 5 or whatever. So if Rebels win and you guys win, that'd be 1-4. If the Thunder win, the Rebels would play the Thunder because they're a 5 seed.
Yeah.
Or a 6 seed.
Okay, so I thought they went back to their normal brackets, but okay.
Yeah, no, that like
Most
that.
definitely, I want to play them. Like, that'll be a good championship game.
Yeah, for sure. They'll
So
all be good.
you guys will end up, if you see the Rebels, it will be the championship game.
Yeah.
Then. Okay. That might actually be.
That's going to be a good game, bro.
You want to know what I was just thinking about it? I was going to say, if it was the big game, who did you want to see in the big game, too? Now you answered my question both ways.
So if.
All right, cool.
But I think, it also depends on if the Lions or the Reapers, but I don't know. I'm excited, bro. It's
But like I said, every week can be different, man. Like somebody might surprise you this weekend, coming up. I'm not saying that it's gonna be the Phantoms. They're not gonna surprise you. We're gonna put them to sleep.
somewhat somebody could forget their cleats or something, like it could be like a weird blooper or something. But all right, so getting to the crowd here. All right. Dominic Willis.
That's my boy D Will.
That's what he said. My dog. Shouts to you, D Will. He's always
D.
tuning
Will.
in.
Yeah,
I love
D.
when he,
Will, man.
he's a
Like-
big fan. Appreciate that, man. Shouts to you. Tiffany Carey said hi, it is Marley.
Oh, that's one of my students.
Oh.
Yeah, that's Marley. She's one of my 4th grade students. A lot of my kids come to the games. and see me
Oh,
play,
nice.
yeah.
Okay. Shouts to them. Okay. Eddie Fluker says, whoever wins is gonna have to play the Rebels, so it doesn't matter.
That's Fluke. That's my dude.
Coach Riddell from the Lions said, "Go Lions." I think maybe another one of your students, Heather Belch-Roos.
Yep, that's one of my students. Yeah,
Okay.
Chiming in.
Jonte said, "Why they put Mez's fake name?" Because we respect agencies around here.
Right. Come on.
Come on, man. Tyson Muse,
Oh,
bro,
Tyson.
why you wear a Canadian hat? Because he's
I'm
Canadian.
That's the very next comment.
Come on, Tyson.
Have you been paying attention to the episode,
Right.
man?
That's
My
Tyson.
man, he gave us the whole rundown.
That's my guy, man. We like I say, coming and playing with Tyson, man. My first year with the Outlaws, bro. He welcomed me with open arms. Me and Tyson played arena ball together. Like when I played in St. Louis, he came to Vegas to play on the team with me, and we won a ring.
And he was at line. What position is he?
Linebacker.
Linebacker.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Is there any any former teammates that you miss playing with that are doing their
my
thing?
best friend, Andre Jones, man. He plays for the Phantoms. We played together for the Outlaws as well. He hasn't been playing this season. I think he played I want to say 2 or 3 games, man. That's my dude. I miss playing with Scroggins too. That's my dude too. We was, no fly zone. That's my dude. I got a good bond with a lot of these cats out here, man.
So, like you said, you want to end with another ring, maybe
I
one.
wanna end with number 8.
So, I don't want to be, devil's advocate, but what if you fall short of that goal? Are we seeing you next year?
Like I said, I'm 41.
Tom Brady's 43.
That's
44?
true. That's true. Everybody, player level diminishes a little. Most definitely, I look back at film, year before that, and I still have a motor, but of course, hips, injuries plague on you and take toll on your body. So I don't know. 9 times out of 10, if we don't make it to the ship and win, I'll probably come back because I still got to break this outlaw interception record, which I'm number 4 on. So I'm trying to break that. That's a personal goal for me to
I like
get up
that.
there and set that record, and so nobody can break it. Then get another ring and retire.
I like that because you know what it is, bro. It's kind of like when they asked James Bond after they filmed the movie, "We gonna do another one?" And he's like, "Ask me when the movie's close. Like if I'm close to filming another one, but when I just finished the thing, my answer is gonna be different." So I imagine, obviously, where your head's at now will be different from what takes place in the future, right?
True.
And your body and stuff like that. Do you see yourself transitioning to, you teach for a living? Do you see yourself being a coach or maybe a mentor in the future?
I coached wrestling at Millennium for 2 years, so I want to get back into coaching high school wrestling again. Maybe coaching high school football. So most definitely the school that I'm at, they have a flag football team next year, so I'm gonna do that, and hopefully we get contact. Most definitely I'm gonna take over that program. So I want to do that. Yeah.
Okay, and then
What about coaching in the CFL?
I don't know, cause like I said, that'll be different. All depends on what team it is. Most definitely I can coach. I think I can be a coach of my team for the Outlaws because the players that we get, they're coachable. They listen, even though they're adults. They still listen. They take advice because they haven't been playing that long or they don't have that many years experience in the AzCFL.
What's the average age of your team?
Damn, I'm about the oldest on that. I think.
now the OG's gone.
Yeah, I want to say that it goes from 19 on up to the 40s.
Right. But what's the average, 21 to
21,
23?
yeah, 23, yeah. The youngest guy we got on our team is 19, which is our running back, Vidal. He's a beast, but he's been plagued by injuries, but he's coming back strong.
So then, with, I guess the tail end of your playing years, besides the interception record that you want to break, is there small personal goals besides the statistical ones? As cliche as it is, it's I hear things as little as like I'm happy I finished the game healthy, no injuries and stuff like that. Is there
I
just
mean,
little benchmarks you make for yourself?
I just want to bring another championship to the Outlaws. You know, we've won 4 in a row. You know, so I want to bring us this 5th one. Then just let it go, call it quits, probably. Yeah.
Sure, you gotta do something epic like hang your cleats up on the.
Yes, I frame all my jerseys. Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I like that, man. Well, appreciate you coming in, man. That's
Yeah, for having
something.
me.
You know, I always take time to thank you guys for not only putting your bodies on the line, because football, like I said, without you guys, we wouldn't have much to produce and make content with and broadcast. So not only that, thank you for taking your time out of your work week to come chop it up with me. You know, being a teacher, I'm sure you have papers to grade.
Man, no, school's about to be out next week. We ain't doing nothing.
Oh, okay, bet.
Movies,
all right, well then,
we watching YouTube. We watching Ridiculous.
He's rolling out the Bill Nye the
Right.
Science Guy video. You know what I'm saying? All right, I was trying to get. I was like, hey man, I know you guys are deep in the books, and he's like, nah, bro, we've been chilling.
Grade book closed. Report cards already printed. We good.
He's like Cameron Diaz in Bad Teacher.
Man,
You see that
yes.
movie? Shouts to that. Well, awesome, man. Well, it was a pleasure getting to know you and getting to chop it up with you, man. You know, all the games are at Yonker High School this Saturday. AzCFL quarterfinal playoffs. Again, we have the Spartans and Thunder, Phantoms and Outlaws, Reapers and Lions, and Rebels and Owls. Again, Camille Jamez Foster, a.k.a. Benjamin Buttons, the 4th.
Yes.
I'm bad with Roman numerals, but we got it this time. But for your host, I'm your host, Jesse Burke. For AzCFL Intel, Season 2, Episode 16, we're in the books.
Use of this telecast, or any pictures, descriptions, or accounts of the game without Cactus Media X or Arizona Cactus Football League's consent